Bark, 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 bark. Hello. Uh-huh. I don't know where you are. Bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. Where are you? Bark? Bark, bark? Bark, bark, bark. Shy? Bark, bark? Bark, bark? Bark, bark, bark. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Bark, bark. Electrical engineer. Interesting. Hello? Bark, bark. Charles W. Hello, Charles W. Blaze McWolf, Indiana joined. Hello. Yo, what's up? Yeah, I've been streaming for like 6 hours, so I'm just on VR chat chilling with some friends. But I'll definitely game with you. Absolutely. No, there's no bother. You're a friend, you know? So there's nothing that's bothering. There's no bother. This is just me, like, relaxing with friends, you know? Sitting on, like, a virtual couch, you know? It might seem a little bit silly, but, you know. Jack Bella somebody. Hello, Jack Bellamo. No, you're not a bother. You're definitely not bothering me at all. Oh, thank you so much for the likes. I really appreciate it. I'm curious why my friend isn't talking to me. They might be like just idle or something, or they might be doing something important. So, no, you're not bothering me at all. No. I'm just a little bit tired, so like I'm just, you know, just sitting here relaxing. So like, you know, the whole point of this is just like a vibe, chill out, talk about whatever. I'm sure you're not bothering. No, you're not annoying. No. You're not bothering me, you're not annoying. You're totally fine. That's why I invited you to like my Discord server and my clan and stuff like that. Because you're pretty cool. You're super cool to game with. But I'm probably gonna try and find some food because it's like 4:30 in the morning here. That's just so funny. The raisins got rehydrated. Let's see what you say. Yeah, of course you're cool. Yeah, no, it takes a bit to actually annoy me. Like, you'd have to, I don't know. I'm usually, so like, a long time ago, like, I used to take care of disabled people and stuff like that. So, like, it really takes a lot to annoy me because, like, the people I used to take care of, like, had like a lot of needs, and like they were mentally handicapped. So like they would do and say things that, most people would find annoying, but it's just like, that's just how they were born, so they couldn't help it. So it's just something you get used to, you know what I'm saying? And like once you get used to like that like extreme level of neediness, then like no, because all my guys were high functioning and stuff like that. But that's a good question. I did learn how to do that, but I dealt with what's referred to as high functioning guys. So like they were you know like if you talk to them, you'd think something was a little bit off, but like they just seem like regular people. Like one of them actually worked for the state, like was a state employee, had like a long time job, worked for more than like 30 or 40 years, You know, they were like they worked at like a state-run library. They had special. Okay, so like before audiobooks were a thing, people who were blind still wanted to be able to read books and newspapers and magazines and stuff like that. So they made these things kind of like audiobooks, but they used what are referred to as cassette tapes. I don't know if you're familiar with like how movies before DVDs, um, movies used to be stored on like this plastic tape type substance that was magnetic, and it was in on this big rectangular thing called a VHS. Well, there were other formats. There was like Betamax and stuff like that, but most people had a VHS. So you could also listen to music on a small cassette. It was this rectangular plastic thing that you could listen to music on. So uh, the for the blind people, because they're blind, this was a special kind of tape recorder that had like braille on it and really big buttons. So even if you were visually impaired, you could turn it on, you could turn the volume up, you could fast forward and rewind, and made it easy to put the tapes inside of it. Because one of the things that's difficult with cassettes is they're kind of fiddly, and they're two-sided, so you kind of have to slide them into the thing the correct way. Otherwise it just doesn't mate right with the reader head. So they made this special kind of tape player machine specifically for blind people, impossible to put the tape in wrong, so they could listen to whatever book or magazine or newspaper article it was supposed to be about. Um, so that's what he did, is he reshelved those in the New York State Library. And so he would do that, but he had, because he was disabled, he had his particular quirks and certain annoying things that he did. But like, it's just something that you just get used to after working with them for so long. And also my father was a psychologist, so ever since I was little, he would take me to the places where these people would live. They weren't like some of them were institutions, but some of them were like they just look like regular houses, just like a big family house that has like a bunch of disabled people. And those ones, they were more needy. They needed to be wiped and completely cared for. Like they like you basically had to treat them like a small baby. Like they couldn't really do anything to take care of themselves. So you have to shower them and bathe them and brush their teeth and wash their hands and stuff like that. Ooh, oh, Takuno Evie, thank you so much for the like. Thank you so much, Takuno Evie. Thank you so much. So I've been exposed to like the disabled population for just like a very long time, ever since I was little. So it kind of like takes a lot to like annoy me. Like there's certain peeves that I have, um, but like other than that, it really not gonna annoy me. Um, like I wouldn't like if you like used um slurs and vulgarity on like while I was streaming and got my account banned, like that would annoy me. But it's just the internet, you know what I'm saying? Like the internet is just, you can't really take the internet seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, I'm not saying that it's not real, but like people act a certain way on the internet, and sometimes people are just really lonely and they just don't get an opportunity to interact with a lot of people, and maybe they were just like really awkward in high school or middle school or whatever, so they just don't have a lot of social skills, so the internet is the only place for them to like explore their personality. So like sometimes you have people that act a certain way. Yeah, I can understand that. Same with me. Aw, I appreciate that, Otako Eevee. Aw, that's such a nice thing to say. But yeah, if you ever wanna, talk about, stuff more in private, you can always, ask, talk about stuff in the Discord. That's why I invited all my friends to the Discord, because it's a community, because there's so much toxicity on the internet, and there's so much toxicity in, the gaming realm, the gaming space. And I kind of want to change that. I want it to be accessible to everybody, inclusive to everybody, because like it's just really important. Like there's a lot of people that just don't get the opportunity to get out and hang out with people and hang out with friends, in real life outside. So I know exactly how that feels, because when I was younger, when I was in middle school, when I was in high school, I didn't have a lot of friends, so I was pretty lonely too, you know? And, I had a computer, but it wasn't, I always get like hand me down computer parts and stuff like that. I always get like hand me down, gaming systems, so I never have them when they're new, when they're modern. And I never really had like an allowance or a lot of money, so like I would only get a certain amount of games. So like, oh, hello Chips Dubo, hello, welcome, thank you for joining. So yeah, so it's just one of those things. So I know exactly kind of how you feel, and that's why I want to allow people to give them a chance to be themselves, be vulnerable, and just have like a really nice gaming space where it's not like toxic, because there is so much toxicity out there in the gaming space, and I wanted mine to be different. I see that there's a lot of content creators out there who act a certain way, and when people join their chat, it might feel lonely because the person doesn't include you in the what's going on. Like they might not really acknowledge you or answer every one of your questions, or even play games with you. And I want to be able to do that. Like I don't care how big my channel grows, even if I get like 1 million people, I still want to be able to get, hey there Cliff 224, I want to be able to, game with people or spend time with people, you know, and make sure that they, feel like, that, space is held for them. So, like, I want you to feel like you're important, that, you have a place where you feel like you belong and where you matter, and like where it's your community, where it's your internet online family. Because, it's so hard for a lot of people to make friends. I had a lot of difficulty making friends. I still have a lot of difficulty making friends. So this person that you see on the screen, the otter with the rainbow color hair, I known them for a very, very, very long time. Since like 2007, or maybe even before 2007. But like we drifted out of contact for a while because like Smelly Mids. Hey there, Smelly Mids. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, Smelly Mids. Just here chilling. SRT Rams 23's in here. I'm just talking with them. They were playing. I was playing the finals with them, but like, do they talk? They're supposed to. They were talking to them yesterday, but I don't know why they're not talking. I'm a little bit confused because like I asked to join their world, and they invited me, but like this morning, they invited me to their world, and they were streaming as well because they're a pretty well known content creator. So hey, Shy, are you there? Hello? Hello, Shy. Hello? Okay, I don't know. Crow2 joined. Let's see who this Crow2 is. A follower of Jesus. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been invited to this is one of their worlds. I've never been to it before, so I don't know necessarily what's going on. Also, I just like installed a new CPU cooler. It's actually kind of loud. It sounds like a jet engine, but at least it's making it so VR chat isn't melting my computer. Donnie Robinson joined the chat. Who's this? Hi there, Donnie Robinson. Interesting. Follow back. Who is? Strange. So yeah. There's a Fortnite competition that my talent agency is putting on. It's on the 17th, so I'm gonna be practicing some Fortnite. I don't usually play it a lot, but like I wanna do the the competition. Ooh, Brandon Buchanan joined. Hello, Brandon Buchanan. Interesting. Okay. I don't necessarily. Some Tawana at 29 joined. I don't exactly. Oh, there's a bunch of. I don't know who that is. So yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I just want you to feel like you're heard and that you're valued. I'm trying to build my brand up. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to build a squad, a clan, a team, and now that the weather's warming up, I'll do like outside stuff too as well. Like I fly FPV drones. I think we talked about this the other day. Yeah, we can talk about anything. Yeah, in the Discord chat. Yeah, you can talk about anything in the Discord chat. I recommend like putting stuff like that in the Discord chat or just DMing me in Discord, because I have like a super bad memory because I had like a brain tumor removed not too long ago. So like my memory is garbage now. I never had great memory, but like I don't remember nothing now. So like, if you message me this stuff, we can have conversation. It's not, a big deal. Um, yeah. But yeah, you can talk about anything there. Just as I said, like I gave you VIP and admin credentials, so you can make rooms about any topics. You can make like venting or talking about your feelings, or whatever you want. Like you can set up the Discord server however you want, because you're one of the OG squads. You've been here since the beginning, so you know. And if anybody has an issue with it, you can just say like, oh well, if Puppy was talking to me on VR chat and they've got the recording, they've got the evidence, because this is being all recorded. Sean Patrick. Um yeah, absolutely. Mental health or venting or lonely, or as many as you want. Make whatever you want, because it's important that people talk about their feelings, because like the society that we live in doesn't really encourage people to talk freely about their emotions and get all that weight off their chest and get all that darkness and poison out of their heart. A lot of the times our society is like, men have to be strong, and boys have to be strong, and you can't show any emotions and stuff like that. But like, everybody who's human has emotions, and everybody's emotions need to like go somewhere and be dealt with. It's kind of like if you like keep shaking up that soda can and the pressure doesn't have anywhere to go, it's just going to explode and get everywhere. So people are the same way. If you just bottle the emotions up forever, people, bad things can happen. Like people can make like really bad decisions, and like go, do things that might not, you know that might be dangerous or something, or they might accidentally harm themselves or others. And like we can't, you know that's something that's not great. And so people need to be able to talk about these things, and get support and get treatment, and you know and have like a community and a family of people that will listen and be supportive, because there's so many people that don't have supportive families. And unfortunately, a lot of times people like lose their lives over that. And so I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people being like bullied to the point where they hurt themselves or others, because like that's why bullying is so dangerous, is because it can cause people to do things um that they regret and they can never come back from. So it's important. Exactly. So it's important people have like an outlet. So that's one of the reasons why I think that you know video games that like depict this kind of violence, or COD, or all the rest of these games are useful, because it gives people like an outlet. That's why airsoft is useful, because it gives people like an outlet, and paintball is useful because it gives people like an outlet, so they can blow off steam, they can break stuff, and shoot things without having to worry about actually hurting people, because it's all make believe, it's pretend. Oh, hello Yoshi SSJ2. Hi. Hello Cloud 114. Who's this? Yoshi SSJ. Interesting. Cool. So yeah, I don't know what Shy is doing, because hello. Yeah, I don't know what Shy is doing. I've been here for like a little bit now, and I've been talking to my other friend who's in the chat, and like Shy's not been responding, but he invited me to his world, so not exactly certain what's going on. So I'm just talking to my friend, encouraging them to like create some space in the Discord server that, they're helping me set up. Um, hello. Uh, so that depends on what you're talking about. So I know a way to make money that a lot of people don't. Um, but it's not for everybody. Because it's kind of, I don't know, it's just different than what most people think about it. So I don't even know if you're all interested in it. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you about secret shopping or mystery shopping. So secret shopping and mystery shopping is very interesting. It's also merchandising and compliance audits are covered under this umbrella. So mystery shopping and secret shopping are very interesting because they can mean kind of different things to like different people. Um, so I'm gonna have to be like, I can be as specific as I can, but certain things I have to be general about because some of the stuff is covered by non-disclosure, like specific company stuff. Like, but I'll give you an example. So, I'm a member of like a bunch of mystery shopping agencies and companies. You kind of have to sign up with a lot of them to like get good leads. But then you'll basically be emailed slash texted, and there's a couple of apps that you can also use on your phone, and it will, like, for example, I just got some emails that said if your credit score is like 200, or sorry, 720 or 730 something or above, um, you do a role play with a loan lender, and you could get like $125. So um, so I'll explain some of the stuff that I've done. One of the ones that I've done that was really interesting that like never really occurred to me is if you've ever been to like doctors' offices and notice they have like all of those like brochures and pamphlets on the wall. I always thought the doctor's office put them there, but that's not actually how that works in most cases. So I was contacted through a scheduler through one of the mystery shopping companies that I'm a member of, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you need to like take out all the like the old pamphlets and put the new pamphlets in." And it was at like a pediatrician stuff, so it was like there were pamphlets about bedwetting, there were pamphlets about like like chicken pox, and this weird stuff that kids get, and like stuff to like attention deficit disorder, like Ritalin and stuff like that. um so that was one of them, and I got like, I don't know, I think I got like 50 or 75 for doing that. Another one was like there was a shoe store audit, and it was like going to this kind of like high end boutique shoe store, and like they gave you a scenario, and they were like, yeah, ask about, oh, I need the boots, and I'm interested in like going on like these kind of walks and hiking and terrain and wet and this and that. But like what you're really doing is scoping out to the store and seeing like if it's clean or if there's like shoe boxes and debris all in the aisles, and like if like the staff is like attentive, and like if the staff ask you certain like things or certain keywords. So like I did a purchase, and then I uh, took a picture of the receipt and then like returned it 15 minutes later, and like I got like $75 for that, or like $90 for that, which I think is wild. Some of them are cool, like where like they pay you to go to like fast food restaurants, like for example, like Arby's or stuff like that, like Chili's, Arby's, that kind of deal. And some of them like are like, okay, order this thing off the menu, and this, like they'll give you like specific parameters about like how your order has to be, but like not only do they want you to take pictures of like how it arrives in the bag, but like they want you to like time how long it takes. And they also want you to have one of those instant read thermometers, so like they know like how hot the food is and stuff like that. Another one was like I went to like a home improvement store, kind of like Home Depot or in Lowe's, and like they gave you like a scenario about like, oh, I think there's grubs in my lawn. I need like grub stuff, but like I also have kids and pets, so like the stuff I put on the lawn to kill the grubs needs to be safe around like children and animals. And I think I got like 25 or like 50 for that or something like that. But it's like it's all sorts of stuff. Like there's some stuff that I didn't get certified for. There's like some of the stuff, like if you get certified for like casino, um, you go you go to one of those places, and it's you get a lot, like you can get like 350 or like more. But the issue with those is it requires like a lot. Like there's like a lot of stipulations, and you gotta like really be on your game. And some of those, because like a lot of those places are like in Las Vegas, different jurisdictions have different laws regarding like like doing like private investigator type of stuff, or like recording interactions. So like some of those require like extra, like a button cam that you wear, like a hidden camera type situation. um I don't It would be cool to do that, but like also like you're working, so even though like a lot of these ones are like based upon like order a drink. Like running like a merchandise store like Redbubble, or like selling merch? Or are you talking like about like fulfillment by Amazon? Like a e-commerce site? E-commerce. Deani 5844. I don't know who the hell that is. Oh, I could eat one of those. Oh, like drop shipping, or like affiliate stuff. Yeah, like drop shipping. So here's the thing, especially now because of the tariffs and stuff like that, it's not it's not great. Cody Williams joined. Who the heck is Cody? Cody Williams. So here's the thing. It's it takes a lot of work, and you have to be up on your game, and you have to be able to like be up with like SEO, search engine optimization, and you have to like know what products are going to sell and stuff like that. So, and but because of the tariffs and because of the stuff that's happening with China, it's just like not really worth it nowadays unless like you're gonna invest because like it requires um even though like a lot of these sites say like, oh, you don't have to buy anything or you don't have to like have any stock in your garage, you still need basically to have like a team of people helping you manage your website and stuff like that. And you need to be subscribed to like these services that kind of help you get like the best marketplaces, if that makes kind of any sense. So like it's kind of depending on how you want to do it, it might not be like, you can always set it up in kind of the most freest way, but you still are going to have to spend a lot of money on marketing so people become aware of your brand and what products you're quote selling. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a big investment in time in like marketing, ads, targeted ads, Amazon ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, and then search engine optimization because then you have to run your website. So, are you going to pay somebody? Are you going to host it yourself? Is it going to be like on somewhere on somebody else's website in the cloud? There's like all of these considerations, and I was really considering it in like high school and when I first went into college to see if like it's something that I could do for like passive income, and it requires like a whole lot of time and headache, if that makes any sense. I mean, you might enjoy that type of hustle, but it's just, I don't know. I like technology and I like the technology side of things. Like that's why I hosted my own website and stuff like that. But like it's more than just doing that technical stuff. Like it's all about the hustle and getting all of like the lists, because like a lot of it is like, some of the stuff is drop shipping, but a lot of people now are clued in to like using reverse Google image search. And I'm sure you've seen the videos on TikTok about people being smart about resellers just hiking up prices from things that you can buy directly from China, and people just don't look kindly on that, even though that's how business has always worked. You buy a product more cheaper from the manufacturer and then you sell it at a profit to make money, and that's the way it's always been. But like I guess people are becoming more aware, people are becoming woke to like how business works now, and like people are, yeah, yeah. So like people are like are woke to this whole thing now, and a lot of people are just like, nah, I just want to buy it directly from China. I don't want, you know especially since China pulled back the curtain on like all of the luxury good markets and stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to make money online, the best way to do it is by offering a service. Yeah, like cryptocurrency. Yeah. Hey there, Sand Tiger. How are you, Sand Tiger? Yeah, I have a tiny bit of cryptocurrency just to play around with it because I was curious about like how it all worked, and I just wanted to see how it all worked. And it's fine. I treat it like forex, like foreign exchange. Like if I wanted to like buy, you know, Japanese yen or some other currency, because currencies are traded on the markets. So I just view it like that. It's just it's interesting. And also the underlying cryptographic technology is really interesting too, like the cryptography part. And also the blockchain is really interesting, but it's just a lot of people, again, are becoming more aware of these technology things, and they're worried about, oh man, it uses a lot of electricity. Yeah, so does watching Netflix. Do you think do you think watching YouTube and Netflix and Hulu, you think that that's free? You think that it doesn't cost any environmental resources, that oh no, you can play all of your online games and VR chat here, be on TikTok, and that doesn't have environmental impact? Like, of course it. Yeah, exactly. There's always it's a data center. Like when any video game, all that 3D stuff that the artists have to render, it's rendered on the big servers on the compile farms. When you watch a 3D movie, like when you watch a Pixar or a Disney movie, all that has to be compiled and rendered, and that's all done in a data center on these computers that have like hundreds of graphics cards in them. So like the hippie goat. So all of these people are like, oh, but like AI and Chat GPT is bad because it's like it wastes so many gallons of water. I'm like, do you know how many gallons it costs to like raise agriculture, like beef cows? You know how much money it costs to produce like textiles, clothing, car, gasoline? Like it's so much. So, Jove Wolfsky. Hello, Jove Wolfsky. Hell yeah. How are you? Gaming, analytics, TikTok, memes, crypto vibes, hot edits. Nice. But yeah, so all of that has environmental impacts, and I just think it's really interesting that there are all these people that are like, oh, AI is so bad because of the environmental impact, but there's so many other things that have greater environmental impact. And I try to bring that up in conversation when people say like, oh, AI is terrible. I'm like, well, if you're talking about it in terms of like environmental impact, it's just a normal data center. Like, it's no different than what Hulu is doing. It's no different than what Netflix is doing. It's no different than Facebook, So, like, if you really want to do something different, grow your own food. Don't go to the supermarket because agriculture, it uses so much water. But, and actually, AI uses less resources than the human counterparts, and I can drop the resources. Like, I have like a citation, I can send the link. Like, somebody did a study that AI is better and more efficient at doing the task. That's why computers exist. I think people fail to remember why computers exist. Big Grits. Ferg. Hey, Ferg. I think people fail to remember why computers were invented to begin with. Computers were invented because they are better at doing these complicated operations than people. There's a reason why, like, if you watch the movie Hidden Figures about those African American ladies who worked for NASA and stuff like that, I loves kitties. Hello, I loves kitties. Hey there. You can see that people used to do these calculations for NASA for the ballistic trajectory of the, Apollo program. But people are way more at making errors and mistakes, especially doing complex math, than machines. So we saw in that movie that one of the ladies wanted to teach her whole squad how to do the programming language in the Fortrans, so they could learn how to, like, do that, so they could be kept relevant. So I just think it's funny that, like, all of these people are like, blah about technology when, technology is here to help us. Technology is meant to make our lives better and easier so we don't have to be struggling so much. Like, that's why, you have a car, and that's why you don't, like, ride on a horse. You could still ride on a horse if you wanted to, but you have to take care of that horse. And it requires constant care, and it's really expensive. And usually, people that own horses now are rich people. It didn't used to be that way 100 years ago, but it is that way. Hey there, Hyperion 0017. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, what does that mean? Invite to your fan club. What is a fan club? Save. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just stuff like that. There's if you were the one that was talking about how you wanted to learn how to fly the drone to, like, chase cars and stuff to make those cool edits, like, that's something that you should do, because not only will that get you money eventually, though, but you'll be invited to all of these, like, sick car races and stuff like that. Hey there. How you doing? I'm just sitting here next to Shy. I don't know exactly why Shy isn't. Hello, how are you? Bark, 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 bark. Hello, is there 3 people actually watching my stream? That's awesome. I really appreciate all of the love that you're showing me. It means quite a lot to me. Ooh. Thank you so much for liking the live. Oh my god. Surfing Chicken. Oh my god. Thank you so much for liking the live. Oh wow. Oh my god, thank you so much, Surfing Chicken. Oh my god, look at all of that love that you're showing me. Thank you so much for all of the support. Hello. How are you doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting the live. Heck yeah, thank you so much. Give me some mushrooms and pause. That's so great. I'm just chilling out next to Shy. I've been here for a little bit, but I don't know if he just fell asleep or I'm not exactly certain what's going on, but yes. Do 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 do. I just wish I knew what was going on with Shy. I'm actually really surprised that oh my god! Surfing Chicken is liking the live again! Oh my god, thank you so much for all of the support. Aw, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means. That you're showing your support, you're showing your love. Aw, I appreciate it so much. Aw, thank you. You're so generous and kind. I really appreciate it. Aw. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So what do you want to talk about? You come to the live. I don't know what you want to listen to or talk about, or you just want to vibe with us. Just want to relax on the couch. Kind of relax. I was considering making something to eat. Okay, cool. Yeah. You can just chill with us. Just pull up some pillows and blankets and get all comfortable. Yeah, so just come on up on the bed, pull up a pillow and a blanket, and get nice and comfortable. Yeah, me too. I'm very tired as well. Yeah, before this, I was streaming for like 5 or 6 hours. I was playing the finals with a friend. Ooh, Benjin Van joined? Hello, hello, part-time Twitch streamer Benjin Van. Twitch TV Benjin Van. Interesting. Hello. I'm getting all these new followers from. Interesting. I kind of want to make something to eat. But I'm so tired. I don't know. Zayden joined. Hello, Zayden. Zayden Sylvester. Hello, Zayden Sylvester. How are you? We're just here. Just chilling, relaxing. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. It's just I'm tired and I don't know if I want to heat up a frozen burrito or if I want to make the tortilla deli cold cut thing where you lay out a flat tortilla and then you put cheese and then the cold cuts and then you roll it up. So Charlene Webb joined. Who is Charlene Webb? Hello, Charlene Webb. Thank you for joining. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate. Yeah, but they're frozen and maybe. I kind of wanted to, like, save them because I think there's only 8 per package, and I kind of wanted to. I kind of wanted to save them, but. Somebody else joined, which is interesting. Oh yeah, I have a question. How did you Goku joined and save something in the morning? Okay, I guess that makes sense. So wait a second, how did you did my live just show up in your FYP, or how did you get here, or were you already following me? Just take one and save something in the morning. I guess that makes sense. Goku joined. I scrolled through your live. Oh, okay, cool. Were you able to watch what I was streaming previously? I was streaming the finals, or did you only get this one? Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah. Fine, I'll go to. Okay, so you're gonna have to help me make a decision though, because there's 2 different kinds of burritos. One of them is. This is a beef and bean chimichanga, and this one is beef, bean, and cheese flavored chimichanga. Or should I just eat the ice cream? The Royal Banana Split Friendly's ice cream. Oh, the freezer feels nice. It's Thursday, okay. Emo joined. Hello. Aspiring entrepreneur and interesting. There's 5 people. Hello. Oh. GJG something. Joined who? So is that the beef, bean, and cheese, or just the beef and bean? You know, I should have just gotten both the same. Fine. I'll get the one with the cheese. Okay, let me see. Let's see how we're even supposed to prepare this. Can I microwave it? Let me see. Yeah, but what if I want to eat more than one? Contains the bioengineered food. Star. IRA POS data ending 5621. Really? What is the star? 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 Textured vegetable protein added. Huh. IRI POS data ending 5/16/21. Okay. So uh-huh. 230. Be careful while making it. Yep, I will try. Thank you. Uh-huh. Actually, hold on, let me okay. Cool. Okay. Probably. But I haven't eaten anything all day today, so it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Cause like I'm actually gonna head to bed soon, so like I was just vibing on here because I wanted to talk to Shy. Okay. Let's see how I open this up. No, you're not letting me open that up. How do I open this up? Do I have to cut it or something? Gotta do something. Okay. BRB. Okay, cool. Oh, these are so tiny. Oh yeah, let me see if that will work. Let me see if this will work. Oh no, because I am dumb. So that's. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, okay. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. Let's see. Let's see what my computer stats are at. 92 to wow. Look at that. GPU's at 84. Wow. GPU's at 90, 88, 90% load, 83 C. 95% load, 94. Wow. There we go. Wait, what did you put in the computer at school? The LED? Nice. Like solder? Like lead solder? Avery joined. Uh-huh. Oh. Was it to fix it? Was there something wrong with like the circuit board? I don't know if I completely understand what you mean. It says there's 4 people watching. Can you like DM me the link or something? If you just go to my website, barkbarklington.com, so my username, barkbarklington, and then just add .com. That has all of my socials, my Discord, my email, all that stuff. And, you know, you can just email it or text it or join the Discord and put the link in there or just email. I basically have all my contact methods on my website. Cyborg Bunny 2798. Hello, Cyborg Bunny 2798. We're just sitting here vibing, just relaxing, lying here, laying here. Just pull up a chair, join us. I don't know why Shy's being so quiet, but Shy's being super quiet. Daddy Jim joined. Hello, Daddy Jim. Let's see what Daddy Jim says. Nice. Oh yeah, I normally do that. I have a different world that I go into. Or a lot of times Shy does that. Shy invites their friends. So, and then there's another friend that I hang out with on VR chat, and we go to like all of the different places as well. So I just wanted to hang out with Shy because Shy is really chill, and I haven't seen him in a very long time. So, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, see you later. Feel free to join or add me. Add me. If you go to my website, you can also add me on VR chat because I have my VR chat ID on there. So just add me as a friend and we can hang out. Thank you so much for spending time with me and chilling out. Nice. Michael Bennett joined. Hello, Michael Bennett. Hello. Hello. How are you? Five's really good. Oh. Oh yeah. I'm there. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. How you doing? I think I'm gonna exit VR chat. I think I'm gonna stop the stream. Print screen. Shares. Yeah.